ब्रह्मनाथ। शांति 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 स्वस्थ। Hello students, in the previous class we discussed the long question based on the sex determination. On accordingly how in the board exam your question will come, you will answer accordingly. Suppose your question came in animal wise, write the sex determination, then you will write the human, Drosophila, the butterfly sorry, the honeybee, and also in case of the birds. If it will come in general, then you will write in general as in the standard method it is given in the material. So accordingly, means in which pattern the question paper will come, you will answer it accordingly. Today we will start our new topic, that is your sex linked inheritance. Okay, before going in detail to the sex linked inheritance, first we will know that the diploid cells chromosomes are of two types. Diploid cells chromosomes are of two types. Okay, you know it. One is your autosomes, other one is your allosomes. Okay, or you also know that is your sex chromosome. Okay. What are the autosomes? Autosomes are basically those which carry genes for the somatic character. We can say these carry genes for the somatic character. Okay, for example, your height or hair type or hair color. Okay, so what are the allosomes? These are also called the sex chromosomes, which carry genes for the sexual and non-sexual character also, such as color blindness, hemophilia, etc., which we will read in detail. Allosomes are those which carry genes for the sexual characters as well as non-sexual characters. Okay, and the examples of the non-sexual characters are such as color blindness, hemophilia, and etc. Okay, we'll read in detail about the color blindness and the hemophilia. Okay, so the diploid cells chromosomes are of two types. One is your autosome, other one is your allosome. Okay, we know the autosomes which carry the genes for the somatic characters, such as your example is your height and the hair color, and the allosomes, or we can say these are the sex chromosomes which carry genes for the sexual and the non-sexual characters. And non-sexual characters example are your color blindness and the hemophilia. Okay, next we are discussing in case of the Drosophila and humans. We know that the allosomes are homogametic. We can say the allosomes are, in the case of the female it is XX. In the case of the female it is XX. Why? Due to homogametic. Okay, you know already. Whereas in the case of the male it is XY due to heterogametic. Okay. Generally, X chromosomes are larger and rod shaped, okay, and the Y chromosome are comparatively smaller and slightly curve shaped. X chromosomes are larger and rod shaped, whereas Y chromosomes are smaller and slightly curved shaped. Okay. We know as the X chromosomes are larger and these are rod shaped, but the Y chromosomes are smaller and these are slightly curve shaped. Obviously, if the X chromosome is larger as compared to the Y chromosome, then the numbers of genes that are present on the X chromosome is more as compared to the Y chromosome. So, X chromosome consists of more number of genes as compared to the Y chromosome, because Y chromosome is smaller and the X chromosome is comparatively larger. That is why the X chromosome consists of more genes as compared to the Y chromosome. Okay, so before going to the sex-linked inheritance, we need to know all these points. Okay, that is why I am telling all these points. So the chromosomes are of two types, autosomes and allosomes. Autosomes carry the somatic characters, carry the genes of the somatic character, whereas the allosomes or the sex chromosome carry the genes for the sexual or the non-sexual character, and the examples of the non-sexual characters are color blindness or hemophilia. In case of Drosophila, you know the number of chromosome is 8, okay, whereas the human is 46 or 23 pairs. Okay, so in this we know the allosomes are XX or XY. So in the case of the female it is XX as it is homogametic, whereas in the case of male it is XY where it is heterogametic, means two different types of gametes are present. X chromosome is quietly larger and rod shaped as compared to the Y chromosome, whereas the Y chromosome is smaller and it is slightly curved in shape. As the X chromosome is quietly larger as compared to the Y chromosome, then automatically we can say that the X chromosome consists of more number of genes or more amount of genes as compared to the Y chromosome. Okay, please note down the points. Now we will discuss we will go to the main topic, that is sex-linked inheritance. We will discuss three main terms. First is sex-linked gene, sex-linked inheritance, then we will discuss the sex-linked traits. First point. The genes. What is sex-linked genes? So simply we can say that the genes which are associated with the allosomes or the sex chromosome is simply known as your sex-linked genes. Okay, the genes which are associated with the allosomes or sex chromosomes is called as sex linked genes. Okay, simply the genes which are associated with the sex chromosome is known as your sex linked genes. Second is your what are the sex linked inheritance. Okay, so now first we will discuss what is your sex linked genes. The genes which are associated with the allosomes of the sex chromosome is known as your sex linked genes, and the mode of inheritance by the sex linked genes are known as your sex linked inheritance. So we can say the mode of inheritance shown by the sex linked genes is known as sex linked inheritance. Okay, lastly what is known as your sex linked trait. Okay, so the traits or the characters that are expressed by the sex linked inheritance is simply known as your sex linked traits. The traits or characters that are expressed by the sex linked inheritance are called sex linked traits. Okay, next further your sex linked trait is divided into three types. First one, second one, and your third one. Okay, first one is your X linked traits. Second one is your Y linked traits, and third one is your XY linked traits. Okay, so simply you should know the three terms mainly. One is your sex linked genes, then is your sex linked inheritance, third one is your sex linked traits or characters. Okay, so what is sex linked genes? The genes which are simply associated with the allosomes or the sex chromosomes are known as your sex linked genes, and the mode of inheritance shown by the sex linked genes is known as your sex linked inheritance, whereas the traits or characters that are expressed by the sex linked inheritance are called your sex linked traits. Okay, and further sex linked trait is further divided into three types. First is your X linked traits, second one is your Y linked traits, third one is your XY linked traits. Okay, we'll read in detail about the X linked trait, Y linked trait, and the XY linked trait. Okay, please note down. So first we'll discuss about the X linked trait. Okay, first point, we know that X chromosome is present both, we can say, in case of the female and in the case of the male. So we can say the X chromosome is common in both the case of the male and the female. So first point, X chromosome is common in both male and female. Okay. Second point, simply the genes that are associated with the X chromosome are known as your X-linked genes. Similarly, the mode of inheritance the mode of inheritance of the X-linked gene are also known as your X-linked inheritance, and the trait or characters that are expressed by the X-linked inheritance is known as your X-linked trait. So first point we'll write genes that are associated with X chromosome is known as X-linked genes. Okay. Comma, the mode of inheritance shown by X-linked genes is known as X-linked inheritance. Okay. Similarly, the trait or the character that are expressed by the X-linked genes or X-linked inheritance is known as your X-linked trait, and the traits that are expressed by the X-linked inheritance is known as X-linked trait. Okay, as you know. Okay, simply the X chromosome, as we know, in the case of the male, it is XY. X is also present in the case of the male, and also in the case of the female, it is the XX. So we can say X is common in the case of both the male and the female. Second point, what is the X-linked gene? Simply the genes that are associated with the X chromosome is known as your X-linked gene, and the mode of inheritance is your X-linked inheritance, whereas the trait or characters that are passed the trait or characters that are expressed by the X-linked inheritance is known as your X-linked trait. Okay. Under the X-linked trait, we'll discuss one important topic, that is your criss-cross inheritance. Criss-cross inheritance. Okay. So, what is criss-cross inheritance? So simply, it is a type of sex-linked inheritance in which the trait or characters are passed from the parents to the grandchild of the same sex through the opposite sex. Okay. Example I will give. Okay. Suppose the parent is your female. Okay. Parent is your female. This one is your parent. Next, the trait will pass on to the son. Okay. pass on to the son, which is your F1 generation. Okay, then this trait is further passed on to the daughter, or we can say the granddaughter. Okay. To the daughter of this person. Okay. Okay, so we can simply say this one is your parent and this one is your grandchild. Okay, this one is your grandchild. Okay, understood? So in this case, the female, we know the female and the daughters are, this one is your female, this one is your daughter, this one is your son. Okay, so in this case we say it is as the case of the diandric. Okay, diandric. Okay. Means what happens? The trait is passed from the parent, sorry, this one is the F1 and this one is the F2 generation. Okay, the granddaughter. Okay, so simply when the trait pass on to the son, okay, then the trait is for the in the F1 generation, and in the F2 generation this trait or character is passed on to the daughter. Means what? Female, this one is a symbol, the daughter is this one is a symbol, and this one is a son, means this one is a symbol of the male. So we can say the trait or character that is passed from the parent to the grandchild of the same sex. Means this one is also female, this one is also female. Okay, this one is also female, this one is also female, through the opposite sex. Means this one is your male. Okay, so this condition is your diandric condition. Okay. Next we will go another example in the case of the digynic. Means if similarly this one is your parent, okay, which is your male. Okay, this which is your male. The traits or character is passed from the male to the daughter first. Okay, to the daughter, which is your F1 generation. Okay, which one is your F1 generation. Further, the trait is being passed on to the son. To the son. Okay, which is your F2 generation. This son is this person's grandchild. Okay, or simply you can say grandson, you can write here, and you can write here granddaughter. It will be more precise. Okay. And this condition is your digynic. Okay. Okay, so this one is your male symbol, this one is your daughter symbol, this one is your male symbol. Okay, so in the case of the digynic, what happens? The trait or the character that is passed from the from the male, it will pass on to the daughter. Okay, from the daughter it will pass on to the son. So what we understand from this? The trait or character that is passed from the parents, okay, from the parents to the grandchild of the opposites of the same sex through the opposite sex. Okay, the trait or character that is passed from the parents to the grandchild of the same sex through the opposite sex. This is known as your crisscross inheritance. Okay, if the the trait or character that is passed from the female to the granddaughter through the son, it is known as a diandric. If the characters or trait passed from the male parent to the grandson, from the male to the parent to the grandson, or we can say from the father to the grandson through your daughter, then this condition is known as your digynic. Okay, please note down. This one will be better if you write it as a mother. Okay, write this one as a mother. Female symbol we have given, no need to write, you write this one as a mother. Okay, I have written parent, but you write this. This one is your mother, this one you write as the father. Okay, it will be more correct to write this father. Okay, mother, this one is your father. Just change from the female to mother, this one is your male to father. Please correct this. Okay, that one is also correct as I have written the parents, but it will be more precise to write mother and the father. Okay, please note down. Now come to the various points under the criss-cross inheritance. First one, it was first studied by Morgan in the year 1910 in the case of the eye color in the Drosophila. Okay, Morgan first studied this criss-cross inheritance in the case of Drosophila while he was researching about the eye color in the case of the Drosophila. So, second point, you know already, I have already told that it is a type of sex-linked inheritance in which the trait or the characters are passed from the parents to the grandchild of the same sex through the offspring of the opposite sex. Okay, I have said also earlier by giving the examples. Now please note down the points. It is a type of the sex-linked inheritance where a parent passes the trait to the grandchild, okay, of the same sex. Remind these important points. Okay, the parent passed to the grandchild, okay, of the same sex through the offspring of the opposite sex. This is important. Please don't be confused. The traits passed on from the parents to the grandchild of the same sex through the opposite sex of the offspring. Okay. Next, there are two conditions here. One is your digynic, other one is your diandric. If the father passes the trait to the grandson through his daughter, then that condition is your digynic. Father passes the traits to grandson through his daughter, then that condition is your digynic. Simply, what is diandric? If the mother passes the trait to her granddaughter through her son, then it is known as your diandric. Mother passes the trait to her granddaughter through her son, then it is your diandric. Okay, and the criss-cross inheritance is mostly applicable in the most cases of the sex-linked inheritance, such as your common example sex-linked, or we can say disorder in humans, that is your most common example to our color blindness and the hemophilia. Color blindness and the hemophilia, which we will read in detail in our next classes. Okay, so this one is your criss-cross inheritance is applicable in two most cases of the sex-linked inheritance. One is your color blindness, other one is your hemophilia. Color blindness and the hemophilia. Please note down the points. Now we'll discuss about the Y-linked traits. Okay, we know that the Y chromosome is found in which case? In the case of the male or the female? It is found in the case of the male. So first point, Y chromosome is found in case of male. Okay. Okay. In the case of the Y-linked trait, the genes are found on the non-homologous part of the Y chromosome. Genes are found on the non-homologous part of the Y chromosomes. Achha, one point I might have skipped in the X-linked trait also. You please add one point in the X-linked trait in the first points, that in that case also the genes are found on the non-homologous part of the X chromosome. Please add immediately. under the X-linked trait 1.8 you add that the genes that are found on the, in the case of the X-linked trait, the genes are found on the non-homologous part or the non-homologous segment you write. It will be proper word, non-homologous segment of the X chromosome. Okay, please note down in the X-linked trait that the genes are found on the non-homologous segment of the X chromosome. Okay, now come to the Y-linked trait. I was saying about the X-linked trait, now come over on the Y-linked trait. So the genes that are found on the non-homologous segment of the Y chromosome. Okay, so genes are found where? On the non-homologous segment of the Y chromosome. Next, the points are common. Simply, the genes that are associated with the Y chromosomes are known as your Y-linked genes. The mode of inheritance is Y-linked inheritance, and the traits that are expressed by the Y-linked inheritance is known as your Y-linked trait. Okay, simply we'll write all the points. Genes that are associated with Y chromosomes are known as Y-linked genes, or the another name is you remember Holendrick genes. Holendrick genes. What are the Holendrick genes? We can also write that the genes that are associated with the Y chromosome are known as your Holendrick genes or the Y-linked genes. Similarly, the mode of inheritance in the Y-linked genes is known as your Y-linked inheritance. In this case, the mode of inheritance shown by, we can say simply Holendrick genes are known as Y-linked inheritance. Okay, and the last point, the traits or character, we can say the traits or characters which are expressed by the Y-linked inheritance are known as Y-linked traits. Okay. So see, the Y chromosomes are found in case of the male or the female. It is found in the case of the male. Okay. Second point, the genes are found on the non-homologous segment of the Y chromosome. Third point, the genes that are associated with the Y chromosomes are known as the Y-linked genes or the Holendrick genes. Okay, you remember Y-linked genes are also known as the Holendrick genes. The mode of inheritance is shown by the Holendrick genes is known as your Y-linked inheritance. Okay, and the traits which are expressed by the Y-linked inheritance are known as your Y-linked traits. Okay, the traits or characters which are expressed by the Y-linked inheritance are known as Y-linked traits. The common example is the presence you might have seen some in the case of the male case or in the case of the man, you have seen the presence of hair on the outer surface of the ear pinna. Okay, and that is your Y-linked trait. Okay, that is condition is known as your hypertrichosis of ear in case of the man, in which the outer surface of the ear pinna is covered by the more amount of hair. Okay, or we can say the presence of hair on the outer surface of the ear pinna. Okay, and that condition is your hypotrichosis of ear in the case of the men only. Okay, because this is the Y-linked trait, that is why it is the hypertrichosis of ear in the case of the men. Okay, so please note down the points. This is all about your Y-linked traits. Lastly, we will discuss about the XY linked trait, or it is also known as your incompletely sex linked trait. Okay, in this case the genes are found on the homologous part of the X and Y chromosomes. Okay, in this case the genes are found on the homologous part of the or segment of the X and Y chromosomes. Okay, suppose this one is your suppose this one is your X chromosome. Okay, and this one is your Y chromosome. Okay, so these portions, okay, these regions are your pseudo autosomal genes. Okay, so we can say these regions are your these regions, the tip portion and the end portion is your the homologous part. Okay, this one is your X chromosome, this one is your X chromosome, this one is your Y chromosome. So these segments, okay, these segments are your the homologous segments. Okay, and the genes are your pseudo autosome genes or pseudo autosomal genes. Pseudo autosomal genes. Okay, so in this case the genes are called as pseudo autosomal genes. Okay, and the common example of the XY linked traits are, and also, and why this is called the pseudo autosomal genes, because as in the case of the X-linked trait or the Y-linked trait, this does not depend completely on the sex. This depends on the autosomal genes such as your, that is why it is called the pseudo means false autosomal genes. Okay, and these segments, these portions are your homologous segments of the X and Y chromosome, and these genes are present, the genes that are present on the homologous part of the X and Y chromosome and that is responsible for the XY linked trait are known as your pseudo autosomal genes. Okay, common example here are your total blindness and the nephritis. Total blindness and nephritis. Okay, what is the nephritis? It is the inflammation of the nephron. For your information, you please write down inflammation of nephron. You know, nephron is the functional structural and functional unit of the kidney. Okay, so this is last point, that is your XY linked trait or the incompletely sex linked traits. In this case, in the X linked trait and the Y linked trait, the genes were found on the non-homologous segment of the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. But in the case of XY linked trait, the genes are found on the homologous segment or part of the X and Y chromosomes, and the genes that are associated with this trait is known as your pseudo autosomal genes, and the common example is your total blindness and nephritis. Nephritis means inflammation of the nephron, which is your structural and functional unit of the kidney. Okay, so today we have discussed about the sex linked inheritance, some introduction point. We discussed about the Y-linked trait, X-linked trait. Under the X-linked trait, we completely discussed about the what is crisscross inheritance, diandric, what is digynic, which is known criss-cross inheritance means the passage of the character or the trait from the parents to the grandchild of the same sex through the opposite sex, or through the offspring of the opposite sex. It's have two conditions, diandric and the digynic. Then we discussed completely the Y-linked trait, and lastly we have discussed the XY linked trait or the incompletely sex linked trait. Okay, so this is all about today's class. We will meet in our next class. Thank you.